Finally, guys, the culture shock video is here. I promise you people I'm going to come up with a culture shock video. Yes, and it is finally here. I created a lot of videos about Kenya, more than 30 videos, and so it's only right I come up with a culture shock video. I enjoyed my stay in Kenya, so I know a lot of people think culture shock is all about talking about negative stuff, doing this and that, and this video has nothing to do with negativity. It's just me trying to talk about my experiences, things that shocked me. You know, when you have lived in a certain country for a very long time and you visit another country, definitely you will see things different from where you lived. So as a Ghanaian, I'm just going to talk about things that I saw, experiences and stuff that are totally different from Ghana. So if you're a Ghanaian, you are visiting Kenya, you should know this is how they do their stuff. If you're a Kenyan, you are visiting Ghana, you know this is how they do their stuff. It helps, to bridge the gap in Africa and the world. People will be watching this from the US, UK, America. I know where my audience are, and they want to visit Kenya because it's a beautiful country they would want to visit. They need to know all this about them, and so that's what we are going to talk about. There are a lot, but I'll talk maybe about 20 culture shocks. Some are very light, some are expected, but some total shock. And so let's dig into this video. If you've not subscribed to this YouTube channel, kindly subscribe, like this video, drop a comment, whichever shock I talk about that you think is this. Let me see in the comment section. Now, let's start from the airport, because the first experience when you land. Yes, when I landed, it was cold. I come from Ghana, you know. Ghana is hotter than Kenya. So when I landed, it was around 1 a.m. When I landed, it was so cold. I'm like, they said this is their summer. Like, this is your summer and it's cold? Yeah, it was cold some part of the year. So when you're going, find out when you are going, and then you know the outfits to carry along. So it was cold around 1 a.m. And yeah, the airport, lovely. The people were very kind to me, they spoke with me, all of that. Like I said, from the airport, they started calling me Oga. I don't know, for whatever reason. We'll talk about that as part of the culture shock. So yeah, then the airport, I didn't see the beauty of the airport that night. I didn't see it because it was just short distance. So, and it was 1 a.m. The airport was virtually empty. I didn't go to places, so I just went directly outside, and then I picked taxi to the city of Nairobi. And as usual, you know, from West Africa, you will definitely forget that these people, they drive on the right hand side and the passenger seats on the left hand side. So I forgot. I went there as usual, and then I was told no. I experienced this in Uganda also. I went to the right hand side where the passengers usually sit in my country. So you see, this is a culture shock. You might feel it's nothing, but somebody is coming, maybe the person will be very smart and not go there, because knowing that, okay, this country you need to go. You will forget. It's something it will not come to mind because you've done it so many times in your country. So I went there, then I was referred to go back to that before I remember, yeah. This is East Africa. This is how they do their stuff. So yeah, it happened again. It happened again. Then we took the journey, the road. It was very smooth. Their road is what, Kenya have like some of the best roads in Africa, you know. Their roads are wide, especially that expressway. Very smooth, very wide. Like, it's not choke, you know, even though it was night. But I used it during the day also, and it was still, if they have normal road there for everybody, and if you want to use the expressway, you want to reach the city or CBD and stuff very quickly, you pay a small shilling, and then you use the expressway. It's very wide and it's very, you are on that road and you are seeing their infrastructure. You see the skyscrapers. It's just beautiful. Yeah, Nairobi is very, very beautiful. I don't know how to say it. They have the skyscrapers they have. I don't think we have half in Ghana. Yeah, we don't have. We don't have half in Ghana. The city is very beautiful. Nairobi is very beautiful. I'll talk about other cities, but Nairobi, for one, is very, very beautiful. The skyscrapers, yeah, and then you talk about parks and gardens also in Nairobi. They have beautiful parks everywhere. The country looks very green, like everywhere you pass. I heard there's a law that you don't cut down trees over there. If you cut down trees, you need to plant some. And it's a good initiative. So the country looks green. The country looks green. You find parks in the city. some place we went to that's abandoned. I forget, is it Pagliani Park or something like that? It was an abandoned park. It's not, they're not even charging people for it. It's like free, and it's in the heart of the city. It's not like you drive far away from the city, and so it makes the country very green, abundance of trees. I love the city. Nairobi is very good. Now let's talk about their food. I am not a food person. That is it. People who follow my channel know I'm not a food person. I'm not a foodie. So when I travel to places, other countries, before I come back, I usually lose weight, because when I go, I have a soft tummy, right? If I try new stuff, I will not enjoy the country. I'll be sick, not because their foods are bad. It is just me. I am the problem. So I didn't try much, but I usually like street food. So yeah, their foods, I know the little I try, they are not spicy. They don't like chili, pepper, ginger and stuff. They don't like. But West Africa, they put a lot of this in the food. So you are eating the food and it's like, yes, you are feeling the pepper, you are feeling the chili. It's like you are sweaty. It's hot in your mouth and you feel like, okay, as if they are punishing you. Yeah, that's West Africa. But in Kenya, their foods are down, very mild, little chili. They don't put a lot of chili. But one funny thing is, I bought mango, like, mango, fruit. And the lady was asking me, should I put chili in? I'm like, you put chili in mango? I'm like, so I was it was a shock to me, total shock. They don't like chili in your food stuff, like soup, stew, and stuff like that, but you put chili in mango. So it's one of the shocks to me. And their foods are like Asian food. I live in Qatar, right? So I've seen a lot of this Asian food, like chapati, kobos, this kind of food stuff. Even some of their sauce look like this Arabic and Asian kind of food. So yeah, still talking about food, Kenyans don't eat the skin of animal. Something that is a delicacy in Nigeria and Ghana. I know Nigerians, they call it bomo, animal skin. Ghana, they call it wele. You can't eat wache without wele. You can't eat wache without wele. Like, you can buy all the meat, but if you don't add wele to it, that is not a proper wache. But in Kenya, they don't eat the skin of animal. And I agree with them, though. It's not everything that we should be eating. Like, if I hadn't gone to Kenya, I wouldn't know that, you shouldn't be eating the skin of animals. Sometimes leave some things for some other things. Like Nigeria president said, they should leave the skin for leather so that they will use it to do other bags, shoes, and stuff like that. But West Africans will eat everything. Even the leather for the bags, they are eating them.
Tell me, what are we producing and selling to other countries? Not even slippers. We eat the skin of our cows instead of turning them to beautiful bags and shoes. Eliminate that. It's a sign of poverty. We may be hungry, but we can manage our hunger. Let's be poor. Breathe. Don't suffocate them.
So yeah, it's a good thing to know Kenyans don't eat skin of animals like that. And their food are simple. In as much as I said I don't like food, but you see Kenyan food and they said it's fish. It's chicken. It's beef. The food are simple. They don't mix everything. In West Africa, Nigeria, Ghana especially, they are preparing soup for fufu, or Nigeria fufu is different from Ghana fufu, but let's say they are preparing soup. Let's say light soup, or they call it pepper soup. Fish, meat, chicken, wele. They add so many, like in West Africa, that's what they do. They want everything inside that soup, one pot of soup. So that's why I felt it felt different to me when you asked Kenyan, what have you eaten, instead of eating chicken. I'm like, chicken, is that food? That's just like a protein. Like, the whole package of food is there. Say I am eating fufu, I am eating banku, I am eating this. Then they ask you with what meat or with what soup. Then you talk about that. But for them, the meat is the food. So I kind of understand them, because they eat one particular meat at a time. About West Africa, they mix everything. You open one soup, there is beef inside, there is chicken inside, there is fish inside. Ghanaians will top up with egg, you know. So a whole lot. But Kenyans eat simple food. When they said I'm eating fish, it's fish. When I'm eating meat, it's meat. So that's one thing I've studied about them when it comes to food. Kenyans and alcohol. I don't think I need to talk about it. I think everybody knows this already. I will not talk about it. Bye. Another shock is their women. Man, I've said this so many times, even in Qatar here, when people ask me, what do you know about Kenyans? I talked about how hardworking their women are. And yes, I knew that before even going to the country, but being in the country actually made me even fall in love with them more. Forget about what you are thinking. It's not about what you think I want to talk about. It's how hardworking they are. Like, they do masculine jobs. They don't do... I mean, West Africa, you see women, they are doing obvious jobs that are for women. In West Africa, we know the jobs that are for women. They are obvious. But in East Africa, you can see a woman doing the job that you know this is for man, like to be a conductor. Mate. We call it mate in Ghana. Nigeria, they say conductor. Women are doing this job, and it is normal. Ghana, I remember when I was young, a woman conductor came in the news. Yes, they showed it in the news, 7 p.m. news, that a woman was seen on the street of Accra being a conductor or doing that job. So that should tell you, this is a shock to me, that you pass everywhere and you see women doing jobs that are supposed to be. You can see a woman like mixing mortar and doing stuff like that. In Ghana, you rarely see. When you see men mixing mortar and stuff, the only thing women can do for them is maybe fetch water for them to add to the mortar and stuff. They don't do those kind of construction jobs. They will fetch water. That's the highest they will do. But in Kenya, you can see a woman mixing mortar. You see a woman polishing shoe. Man, when a woman called me, wanted to polish my, I felt very bad. Like, it looked like, maybe in Ghana, for a woman to call you, polish your shoe for, no. But women are doing those kind of jobs. They are doing other jobs like public transport. They are driving. What job are they not doing? I want to mention some of the. Think of any job. The women are doing it. They are doing it. They are doing all the masculine jobs, and it's. I was trying to create a video about that particular thing. I have the video halfway, but the motivation went away. But I don't know. I will still continue and see if I can bring you the video. Like when a woman called me trying to polish my shoe. You know, they have this kiosk and small containers that women sit in there. You go and sit down, maybe be watching your phone, then they are cleaning your shoe. It's not just polishing, like it could be a sneaker and they'll clean it for you. Within 5-10 minutes, you see to be blinking, your shoe will look very nice. And they are doing all these jobs. And man, they are hardworking. I'm not saying they are hardworking. I know people will say, oh, so do you think if somebody is doing masculine job, then it means the person is hardworking? No. People use their brains and also it's hard work. But I'm talking about masculine jobs. It doesn't mean somebody will say, oh, maybe because they don't go to school, that's why they are doing it. It's a lie. So their women are educated and stuff like that. But I'm talking about those who are on the street, they do those kind of jobs. Ghanaians, no. West Africa, no. Women don't do that. Their women are doing hard job, taking care of kids and stuff like that. It's impressive. See, there are more malls in Nairobi alone than the whole Ghana. Malls, supermarket like this mall. They do a lot of malls. In Ghana, we don't do malls like that. There are just this. We have big markets, open markets for stuff like that. But in Nairobi alone, there are heavy malls, big mall. You pass here, there is this mall, there is this mall. The country feels like abroad. Yeah, Kenya feels like abroad. Like I'm talking about Nairobi. Because I know abroad, they don't do these open markets where you just go to markets, women are selling, making noise and stuff like that. They have some of those markets. And I know maybe when you go to other counties, other regions, maybe they have open markets, but I'm talking about Nairobi. They still have those open markets, but there are malls. Like in Ghana, you can just count the malls on your fingertips. About how many? But in Nairobi, there are more malls over there. The Airbnb business in Kenya is another thing we should talk about. You know, if they say travel and see, Airbnb is a big business, it's a big industry in Nairobi. I mean, maybe based on tourism. In Ghana, I believe most people don't even know what Airbnb is. I'm telling you, few people know about this. Those who have traveled, because it's not common. We either do rent, hotel, and stuff like that. But Airbnb is not a booming business in Ghana. I think that's something we should be venturing into. It's a big business in Kenya as a whole, not just Nairobi. And we talk about their rent. Do you know Kenyans pay rent every month? Yes, every month. They pay their rent monthly. Whilst in Ghana or West Africa, Nigeria also, maybe if you don't have money and you beg the landlord, then they will take you 6 months or 1 year. But the norm is 2 years. Even 1 year, some landlords will not take. They'll say, no. So you are going to, if the building is 2,000, you are going to count 2,000 January, 2,000 February, 2,000 March, April, May, June, July, August, up to December for 24 months and give it to the landlord at once. So you stay in the building like that. Maybe by the time the 2 years will come, you want to pay, they increase the rent, you have to pay. But in Kenya, they are paying on monthly basis, which is a good thing. Like you're a young person, you can start life with just a little. You don't need to pack all this money, 2 years money, and give it to one person. So that's one good thing about it. A friend told me before here, but going there and experiencing it is another thing. So kudos Kenya, that's a good thing. So like you see, I said the first thing is the country was cold, right? Yes. So most of the hotels and Airbnbs don't even have AC in Kenya. Yeah, because the weather is cool. Like you don't even need to on AC to feel good. Like the room temperature is okay. So, but sometimes there were times I needed AC. I felt like, when you cover yourself with a duvet and you're like, I wish the room was chilled so that under the duvet you feel very cozy and stuff like that. There was no AC. Even fan you will not see. Yes, but I heard that when you go to some 5-star hotels and 5-star Airbnb, you pay a huge amount of money and you are going to get the AC and stuff like that, even if the weather is cold. So yeah, that's about it. The rooms are a normal room temperature and you don't really need the AC, you don't really need the fan. I'm sure maybe in the past they fixed them and they realized that they were not using them, so they decided not to even fix fan. So common fan, you will not find it in their rooms, which is, they are cool with it. One thing you should know before going to Kenya is about their cashless system. Yes, you can be in Kenya for a whole month, 2 or whatever, you will not see money with your eyes. You will not see money. Everything is M-Pesa. When you go there as a foreigner or as a tourist for the first time, you feel like, no, it's not right. But once you get used to it, then it's cool. It is safe. You buy something, M-Pesa, you pay, you are gone. Even in public transport, they pay with M-Pesa. So I'm like, can this thing work in Ghana? Like imagine paying trotro mate with Momo. Will it work? Yeah, it can. If it's working in Kenya, why not? So you go inside the car and they write the Momo, the M-Pesa number and paste it in the vehicle. So you are inside. Before I was thinking, how? Because in Ghana, they are quick. They are taking their money and going, how do they pay? But I realized that once you enter the vehicle, you pay the money to the M-Pesa and then you just wait on. Once the conductor comes to you, you just show the screen that, okay, I have paid already. So he will realize that, okay, you have paid. That is it. It is simple like that for them. But initially, when I got to the country, it was hard for me. Because you change money from the airport. So I changed all my Qatari riyals into Kenyan shillings. So I had all the cash on me. Now they said when you go to pay something, they can't give you change because they don't have cash on them. The stores don't have cash. So they say you should pay in M-Pesa. Sometimes you even give them the money. They say they want to send the change to your M-Pesa. I don't have M-Pesa. I know I'm not coming to live in the country for long, so I don't want to download any M-Pesa, or I don't want to register for the M-Pesa and stuff like that. So I never did, but it was very frustrating. So if you are going, know this. When you get there, just register the M-Pesa so you learn how to pay, how to make the payment so that you can do. Initially, I was against. I was like, at least they should allow us, we the foreigners. But, you know, when you go to Rome, do what the Romans do. That's how they do. And it's working for them. All of them are cool with it. So who am I? It's working for them. I'm like, even police people, they are police. They want to take you bribe. They want to take money from you. They even tell you to pay it with M-Pesa. Police. In Ghana, imagine police want to take bribe with Momo. That's the easiest way to go and report them, because you can just take their number and go and report them to their bosses, or go to any police station and report them that he took bribe from you. But Kenyan police are not scared. They are taking bribe with M-Pesa. Somebody caught me in town. You know, I've been arrested so many times in Kenya for nothing, right? Just filming, and I'm not filming anything. But let's not forget that. Let's not even talk about that. You tell them you don't have money, they say, send me M-Pesa. Police is telling you to send M-Pesa. So I'm like, okay. So, Ashawo people, do they also take M-Pesa? I'm sure. Like, I know prostitutes, do they also take M-Pesa? People are not scared. Or I don't know if you don't get access to their contact or stuff like that. But this is it, M-Pesa. It's everywhere. Matatu. Matatu. It's a culture. You know what a culture is. Culture is the way of life of a group of people. And so when you go to Kenya, Matatu is a culture. And if you don't know Matatu, Matatu are the buses in Kenya. And these buses are loud, have big screens, loud music. The buses are colorful, you know. They put this graffiti stuff on the buses. They are very beautiful. This they are Matatu. Man, I've heard it. I've seen pictures, I've seen videos. But no, experiencing this for the first time, it's wow. Matatu, the loudness of the music. No, look, this is a moving club. This is a moving club. Like, the music in these vehicles are louder than even nightclubs. I don't know. I don't know how I'll say it for you guys to get it, but man, this is the buses I'm talking about. They put graffitis on it, very beautiful. In the night, you see like thousands of lights around this vehicle and stuff like that. They are very beautiful, but I just feel the music is just too much. It's too loud. It's a lot of screens in the cars. Oh my God, this is it. It is very, very noisy. So yeah, it is nice and everything. Occasionally you can do stuff like this, but someone told me this is what they do every day. Even you can wake up at dawn, 5 a.m. going to work, and Matatus are blasting this kind of music. You've closed from work, you are coming home, they are blasting. Every time they are blasting. No, it's too much. I am not here to tell people to change, but I just want you to know that the way the generation is going, a time will come and you have a group of people who can't hear properly. Because I'm telling you, 85 decibels is too much for a human being. But this is around 300. Like times 3, times 4, times 5, times 6, even times 10. It is loud. I know you guys will not get it, but the day you will come to this country, you will experience the Matatu, you will know, or you will know what I'm talking about. Like I said, occasionally it's good to just feel like you're in a club enjoying, and people were comfortable in it. I say, and you see people standing in it, it's full, the seats are all occupied, but people are still standing, and the way the drivers drive to is another thing. When they are negotiating cash, you see everybody like, people are falling on people, but nobody is complaining. That's nobody is complaining. You can fall on somebody, they will not complain. It's like they are used to it, and these are responsible. You can see old people, and nobody is complaining. So I feel like it's something they have done over the years. They've been doing it for a very long time, so they are used to it. So if you're a good person in your neighborhood, or if you are a public figure, they can paint you, they can put your graffiti on the bus, which is very nice. But I was seeing other presidents on the buses. I was seeing musicians. The only issue I have with them is they are not putting Kenyan people on the buses. You will see more foreigners than Kenyans. You can see Qatar, they are emir, they are leader, they are ruler over here. I've seen buses with his picture. I've seen Magufuli of Tanzania. I have seen Kwame Nkrumah. I have seen Bob Marley. I have seen Jay-Z. I have seen Lil Wayne. I have seen a lot of musicians, but I only saw one vehicle with Calligraph Jones. But they are President William Ruto. I have not seen him on any bus. I have not seen the previous president, Kenyatta. I've not seen all those people. I'm like, okay, I like the stuff you are doing, but just make sure you add your leaders to it, so that, yeah, especially the current president. Yes. Another shock is plastic bags. You know, in this country, Qatar here, in Ghana, if you go to the mall and you buy stuff, when you come, they give them to you in plastic bags. Like, okay, they group fish and stuff in one, groceries in one, other things, you know, and then if, finally put all of them in one big plastic bag for you. So you are going home with about 5-6 plastic bags. But in Kenya, even one you will not get. So I heard in 2017 the plastic bags were banned from the country. And so when you are going, you need to go with your own bag, or you go with your own plastic bag, because they will not give you. They will not give you. You buy something and they expect you to take it with you need to take it with your hand. Wherever you want to put it, that's your business. But I feel the positive aspect of it is it makes the city clean. Yes, it makes the city clean. So yeah, that's it. They don't give you. So if you are going there, make sure you go with your own bag and take whatever you need to buy. Nobody is giving you polythene bag or plastic bag or anything like that. And another shock is I went to their university campus. And guess what? Free Wi-Fi. They have free Wi-Fi on the campus over there. You pass here, your phone is connecting. And I was so shocked. I don't think they have that in Ghana. I don't know. Our time, there was nothing like that. And I think even now, there is no Wi-Fi on campus. I'm sure maybe you go to the library or some places and get, but this one, like you are walking outside under the trees and stuff like that, there are Wi-Fi in open places. And another thing, talking about their Wi-Fi, their Wi-Fis are very strong, you know. It's not weak. The signal is very strong. You are uploading something within the shortest time it is going. Their Wi-Fi is very strong in Kenya, man. It's crazy. It's very fast. You uploading video, it's going. Ghana, you know how you suffer before 1 gig will even upload that. You don't know. And so, talking about how clean the city is, you know, when I talked about Nairobi is clean, when I said that in my first impression video, people came for me like, which part of Nairobi were you walking? You said Nairobi is clean. See, you have not been to another man's country, so you think your country is bad. And I'm not even saying because my country is bad, that's why I'm saying your country is clean. No, Nairobi is clean. See, I have seen people sweeping the street of Nairobi like 3 times a day. CBD. I was coming around 6 o'clock. I see that evening they've started sweeping, cleaning. You want to tell me your country is not clean? I mean, people said that and I was surprised. Hey, these people, really? You think your city is not clean? 3 times a day they are sweeping, morning, afternoon, evening. So maybe you see a little fit. I know there's always room for improvement. They can do better, but trust me, your city is clean. Your city is clean. Now, I will talk about discipline. Man, there are things that I did that were normal to me that they feel it's a big deal. Like, I say please. You know, Ghana, we say please a lot. Thank you. Please. Like, anything I want to say, we were taught that once somebody is older than you, even if it's 1 month, you need to respect the person. And by respecting the person, you say please. And whenever they give you something, whenever they do something for you, you say thank you. I'm so used to it. So when I say please, they look at me. You see, I was in this Matatu. Me and my friend, he's a Nigerian, were in Matatu. The Matatu is always full, right? It is always full. So when a new person comes, we stand up for the person to sit because the person is older than us. That's how we were taught. And because the Nigeria also agreed with me, I'm sure they were also taught like that. But in Kenya, once you stand up, everybody is watching you like, like you've paid your money and you are standing up. This person is an elderly person. So I need to stand in the Matatu and hold this one for them to sit on my seat. But they were not having it. Once they see, they know you are a stranger because it is not normal. It is not common over there for you to stand up for an elderly person to sit. So, but for us, I guess it's discipline. That's how we've been taught. growing up, so we are so used to it. So that's about it. Another shock is they always call me Oga. Yes, I said that in my first impression video. Wherever they see me, Oga, because they think I'm a Nigerian. I know Nigeria is very popular and stuff like that, but I don't know why. Somebody told me. I've asked almost all of them. Once they call me Oga, to the extent that I went on the street of Nairobi to do a social experiment to ask them where do they think I'm from. They all said Nigeria. When you ask them why, they said because of your beard. I'm like, ah. So I realized that truly, most Kenyans don't grow beard. They don't keep their beard. So once they see you, they know you're not. I mean, there are few people that have beard, but majority of them don't keep beard. So Oga, Oga. Everywhere I went, Oga, Oga, Oga. It's not a bad thing, except that they have a stereotype towards Nigerian. That's the only reason why when they call me Oga, I say I'm Nigerian. Otherwise, I would have gone ahead and say, okay, I'm a Nigerian. There's nothing wrong with that. But they have a stereotype, you know. They say Nigerians are this, Nigerians are that. But that's cool. That's another topic for another day. But I am not Oga. I am a proud Ghanaian. In Kenya, it is difficult to spot the differences between an old lady and these young girls, you know. Why I'm saying this, I mean, when they are close by their faces, you can see this person is young, but once they are far, like imagine the crowd, you see somebody from behind, you cannot tell. Why? Because they all wear the same type of clothes, their outfit. In Ghana, once you hit a certain age going, your dressing changes. You don't wear these foreign clothes kind of thing. You see they start wearing cloth, like their dressing changes. But you can see an old woman in Kenya like jeans on, like, because they wear more of foreign outfits, so they don't really have this traditional outfit. Like in Ghana, there are 2 days in a week it's mandatory for you to wear locally made attire. Like I think it's Tuesdays and Fridays, even though some people don't comply, but I know people like their African wears like that. And so people also wear it any other day. And once you are growing, nobody tells you. It is an unspoken rule that, hey, you are growing. You don't need to be wearing this foreign clothes. You need to be wearing traditional African wear cloth stuff. You sew traditional. But in Kenya, no. So sometimes you will be walking, you see maybe you see nice babes in front of you. Plenty, you see, you know, they carry, you see them, you're like, you walk towards the person, you see that, it's an old woman, you know. But in Ghana, you will see from afar that this person, by the dressing, you will see. But Kenya, no, all of them wear, I mean, that's why I say Kenyan looks like abroad. Everything about them is like abroad like that. So, yeah. And another thing is almost everything is named after their president, or like you go here, Kenyatta, Uhuru Park. This one is either Kenyatta something, Kenyatta University, Kenyatta Airport, or Uhuru Gardens, Uhuru this, Moi this. Almost everything is named after their president. Somebody said Uhuru is not just the name. They say he has another meaning. I don't know about that. But for me, when I went to the country, I just said, why do they name everything after the president like that? I've seen a little of when you go to Mombasa, we have Moi Avenue and stuff like that. Even we have Moi something at the CBD there, but mostly it's Kenyatta and Uhuru stuff that are more in the country. So yeah, most of the things are named, which is very good. I don't have any issue with that. I'm just saying, I just realized that they name a lot of things after them like that. It's cool. Photography is a big business in Nairobi. When you get to Nairobi, you ask yourself, what program is going on? Because in my country, the only time you see photographers, even not that number of photographers, the only time you see them is when there is an event going on and photographers are there too, especially when it's school, matriculation and graduation. That's when you see those number of photographers. Or any other event, you see photographers, but it's a normal thing in Nairobi. It's a normal thing, Monday to Sunday. You see photographers on the street taking pictures of people. I'm like creating video and stuff like that. Talking about the photography, another thing is the Sundays in Nairobi are meant for the Gen Zs. And it's very beautiful. You go on the street of Nairobi on Sundays, you are going to see a lot of activity, fun activities going on. People skating, people shooting content, people dancing, fun stuff. And I was told that one of the, they don't call them ministers, one of the governors or somebody like that made it that on Sundays the streets are calm so they can go and create content, but weekdays they shouldn't go because the streets are busy and stuff like that. And it's a good initiative. I even created a video about that, how they do on Sundays, the kind of activities they do on Sundays. You can check on my page and see some of those videos. Sundays are very, very nice, very nice and fun. You see fresh stuff on the street. You know what I mean? I talked about Matatu, right? The Matatu, how they charge in Nairobi is different. You know, they have the peak hours and how do they call it? The rush hours and when the streets are not busy. So, like, you'll be going to work in the morning, maybe you pay 100 shillings for transportation. The same destination, the same distance, the same vehicle, you pay 100. But when you are coming in the afternoon, maybe 2 p.m. thereabout, you pay 50. Then in the evening again, the same distance, the same vehicle, you pay 100 or you pay 150. So they charge based on how busy, the hour is, you know. So early in the morning when there is rush hour, the prices are different. And in the evening also when it's rush hour, the prices are different. And in the afternoon when like everything is laid back, the street is calm, it is cheaper. So usually in the morning and in the evening, the prices are high. So you should calculate when you travel or when you move. But you know, definitely you move in the morning, you move in the evening. So that's how, and that's my first time experiencing that. In Ghana, the fare is 10 cedis, is 10 cedis, whether it's, unless maybe odd hours like midnight, 3 a.m. and the driver feel they are taking risk and stuff, they'll put something small on it. But that one even, passengers will fight you that no, that is not the prices they charge and stuff like that. But in Kenya, they have understood it and it's working for them. Nobody is complaining. They have understood that the prices vary. And so, yeah. Now, let's talk about Mombasa. Nairobi and Mombasa. See, when you live in Kenya for some time and you travel to Mombasa, these are two different states in Kenya. Or Ghana, we call them regions. In Kenya, they call them counties. Nairobi is a county. Mombasa is a county. All in Kenya. But if you live in Nairobi for some time and you move to Mombasa, you will feel like you have traveled from one country to the other. Yes, it's crazy. Because everything is almost different. The do's in Nairobi are different from the do's in Mombasa. The do's and don'ts are different. Like, let me give you an example. Not even just the do's and don'ts. The weather is also different. Nairobi is very cold. You go to Mombasa and it feels like Ghana. It's hot. So you see, it's the same country, but even the weather is different. Mombasa has the beaches. Nairobi is like a landlocked. So the differences are there. In Nairobi, you buy food, they don't give you plastic. Mombasa, they will give you plastic bags, In Nairobi, when you buy water, they don't have this pure water we drink in West Africa, pure water, the one in the sachet water. In Mombasa, they have it over there. Meanwhile, this sachet, I hear plastic are banned in Nairobi, but in Mombasa, it's going on over there. Another difference is, in Nairobi, keke, they are few. There are few keke, they call them tuk-tuk. There are a lot of them in Mombasa, but little or none in Nairobi. And the motorbikes are more in Nairobi than in Mombasa. And in Nairobi also, they speak more of English. Mombasa, they do Swahili. You can be walking on the street and try to talk to somebody and they will not mind you. Not because they are being rude and stuff like that, but it's the English they don't want to hear. But more Swahili over there. And in Mombasa also, there are more Muslims than Christians. And when you come to Nairobi also, there are more Christians than Muslims over there. So the people of Mombasa are just very conservative. They don't talk. They are laid back. But Nairobi people, you see them, they are hot. They don't have time. They are always on the move. They like to have conversation. They want to talk to you. They are like this. But Mombasa people are laid back. They are like that. So yeah, and Kenya in general, hakuna matata. See, they are not in haste. They are not rushing to anywhere. The country is laid back. You will see few people making moves, trying to cut corners and do shortcuts and stuff like that. But like percentage-wise, the people are just laid back. They are cool. They are not in a rush. Hakuna matata. And last but not the least, the backside, like they call it big nash. You know, I live in Qatar. There are more Kenyans over here. I've seen them. But, you know, going to the country and then moving in CBD and moving in Kenya, it's like, you see this one, you are watching this one, you're not finished watching this, another one is passing the back. Like, this one is, you what? See, you look like a villager in Kenya. So, yeah, this is it. These are my culture shock. I know most of these things, you have heard them from different. But, yeah, these are things that shocked me, the differences. I mean, if you've not subscribed to this YouTube channel, kindly subscribe. So this is my last video. I don't know if I will make something else about Kenya, but those who promised me in the comment section from abroad, the diasporans who said you are doing a good job, they want to support me. Now send me my money, all of you. Back then when I was in Kenya, I wasn't taking it. Send me my money, send me my cameras. Those who want to buy gadgets and stuff for me in the comment section. This is my last video. Please send for me before I visit the next country. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you all.